I can hear myself.
All
Can
right,
you hear
great.
yourself?
I can. Welcome back, episode 80 of There Will Be Bond podcast. I'm Pete Brooker and Rob Smith. How are we doing today, Rob?
I'm very well, thank you, Pete.
Great, recording this on Tuesday, 8th of April. On the agenda today, we are covering minutes 97 and 98 of Casino Royale. Getting on to the big 100, Rob. So we're going to be live streaming
Exciting.
next week for the first time.
If we can get it to work.
If we can get the tech to work. People said it couldn't be done. Anastasia said it shouldn't be done.
Well, I think she might be right.
And the people said it was madness. Anastasia said it was an exquisite waste of everyone's time.
But look where we are now.
Exactly.
Look how far you've come.
We're on the cusp, Rob. We're on the cusp.
You've even built a Patreon page off the back of it, and people are signing up to it.
If you build it, they'll come, Rob. All four of them. So we'll get into a little Bond news, some listener mail, and for the Patreon show, which we'll record straight after this, we're doing a Cubby Broccoli special. The fallouts of Cubby Broccoli. And you
It's
said...
not your usual Cubby Broccoli tribute, is it?
No, it's... Well, everybody just says how great he is. And we're going to do a bit of a red top special.
Yeah,
bit of
the
a
stories that you don't hear anywhere else.
Yeah. So, to mark what would have been his 116th birthday, we will do, on April 5th, I think it was, that was his birthday. We're going to do a Cubby special for the Patreon subscribers. But first, Rob, have you been up to anything Bondian this week?
Well, I have.
Okay.
Can you believe that? I have.
All right.
I can't wait to tell you this.
I'm all ears.
So, guess what I did this week?
Go for it.
I had some little scarlet strawberry jam.
Oh, from
Tiptree.
Russia with Love?
Tiptree, little scarlet. Yes, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's mentioned in the From Russia with Love novel. Tiptree, little scarlet strawberry jam. Not just any old strawberry jam, and not even Tiptree strawberry jam, which I normally have. That's my jam of choice. I had little scarlet. So there you go. Are you impressed, Pete?
I thought that was discontinued.
No, it's not. And a big shout out to our friend Fraser Lockley, who was here a few weeks ago, because he actually sent it to me in the post.
Oh, he's
As a thank you
sweetheart.
for putting him up and for letting him come on the pod. He said, "Here you go, Rob. So when you're next asked if you've done anything a little Bondian, you've got an answer."
I like it. I like it. You've got something in the tank.
And I can just keep using it because I'll keep having it every week.
So that's the answer. We just need listeners to send Rob something every week for him to use or digest.
Yes.
And that could be anything Bondian.
Absolutely. Yes.
I did think so. It's Selfridge's jam. No, Fortnum and Mason. There's something from Fortnum and Mason, and I think it's a jam that's discontinued.
Oh, right. Okay.
But maybe I think you're right. So the Tiptree.
Tiptree, yeah.
Little Scarlet Tiptree. That's the one.
So little scarlet is a type of strawberry
Yes.
that's smaller than your usual strawberry. And I think it's only Tiptree that do this type of jam. But it's quite easily available. I've seen it in the garden centre. When I go to get my Tiptree orange marmalade, I've seen the strawberry little scarlet jam in there.
Nice.
So I do love a bit of Tiptree. I've grown up with Tiptree.
Yeah. I like the
stuff.
fact that you don't know which book it is in for certain.
I'm pretty well. I think it is From Russia with Love, but I'm more of a movie man.
Okay. So, my anything Bondian this week, Rob.
Oh yes,
Yes. Was that it, by the way?
yes.
Yeah, bit of jam. Bit of jam.
Well, in the Victoria Sponge,
Right.
in my birthday cake, I had to add extra jam because there wasn't enough in there.
Yeah. We didn't talk about your birthday, did we?
No,
Really?
I was
Last
very
week?
upset.
Well, it just didn't come up. We talked about the weather for 10 minutes, which, by the way, for anyone wondering where the weather is, that's going straight to the Patreon.
Yeah, I've been told.
Yeah, we can't do 10 minutes of weather and then leave out the listener mail,
No, so people got paid for it now.
right? So,
Yeah,
there
we
you
did
go.
say my birthday. That was good, wasn't it? We had a nice meal.
It was, but let's not live in the past.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's look
move on.
forward. Yeah. Anything Bondian.
Yes.
Let's
so
talk
what did you
about
do?
me.
Let's talk about you, Pete. Anything Bondian this week? What have you been up to?
Well, you know, I've been working on the project for the London Bond map too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the world is not enough. Pre-titles, the boat chase sequence.
Yes.
I'm going out and getting all of the locations, documenting them, getting the photographs.
Yeah, I saw your video. It was very good.
Thank you very much. So went down to, I think it's called Trinity Buoy Wharf, which is the last lighthouse or the only lighthouse in London. And it's for the scene, for the context, it's where Bond smashes through the restaurant. You might remember. He comes out of the water, crashes through the canoe club, and then skis in the boat through this restaurant.
Where Terry Bamber's cameo was cut.
Yeah, poor old Terry.
He was not happy about that. He keeps bringing it up every time he gets a microphone put in front of him. He keeps bringing that up. It's not sat well with him these last 25 years.
He's not let it go.
No.
So went down to Trinity Buoy Wharf, and the last bit of that where the boat goes over this table, like on the table, I think you got some figs and whatnot, and it skis over this boat and lands in the water, and then gives chase to Cigar Girl, etc. So I went to find that place. I was snooping around, got the camera out, and I was like trying to screen match it exactly where the table could have been. And they've built new jetties and new piers and things like that. So there's stuff in the way, basically. Anyway, on the way out, this guy accosted me and said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Wow, just nosing around, trying to get some locations for the map, the London Bond map. You know, they filmed it here." And he goes, "Oh yeah. I was in it." I was like, "You're in it?" He goes, "Yeah. I was here the day they filmed it."
Oh, well.
Yeah. So he's a security guard. So immediately I get the microphones out. I say, "Oh, great. Can we get you on tape? Get you on tape?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, mate, I can't do that. I'm working now." I was like, "Okay, fair enough." But got talking to him. Nice guy. He was saying that he was dressed up. They got him dressed up as a waiter.
Right.
For the scene. And I said, "Oh, that's interesting. So you're in it?" He goes, "Well, I don't know if I'm in it because I've not seen it." I said, "What, you've not seen the film?" He goes, "No, I heard it was..." He goes, "I heard it had..."
Oh, my God.
He goes, "I heard it got bad reviews, so I didn't bother watching it."
What?
So anyway, here I am.
Bad reviews, really?
So I'm showing him the pre-title sequence on YouTube, going through it like literally second by second as it goes through the restaurant. And I heard the restaurant was fake and it got built in a studio.
Yeah.
He goes, no, they built some of it here. They must have done some in a studio and matched it together. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, that's here, that studio, that's here, that studio." And we couldn't see him in the scene. But I did think it was funny that he'd actually, got dressed up, saw Pierce do all the stuff in the water. He goes, "Oh yeah, Pierce was having great fun in the Q boat. He was swishing about, doing all that for hours."
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he goes, "Well, look, but I'd never got around to watching the film."
I can't believe that. You'd think you'd be first in line in the cinema, wouldn't you?
Yep, that was it.
That's a bit weird.
So that's
but that's cool. So that's your Bondian thing.
That's
this
my
week.
Bondian thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, shall we crack on with the minutes, Rob?
I think we should.
Okay, minute 97 is brought to you by Prop Store. Prop Store have got a new auction going on right now. There is a link in the show notes. Some more James Bond lots as well. More casino chips, more costumes, more props. It's all there, Rob. Have you seen it?
Is that the one with the Thunderball dials?
Yes,
My
well
God.
done. That looked good, right?
That looks amazing.
Yeah, that's unusual as well.
Is that an actual screen-used prop from Thunderball?
Well, we'll link to it in the show notes and people can check it out for themselves.
Because I might have to look into that.
Yes.
Anything from the 60s is special.
Rob, we left it. Bond was in a bit of trouble, wasn't he?
Just a bit.
Okay.
He was about to die. That's all.
Just about to die.
Yeah.
Here we go. We'll pick up minute 97 here and see you on the other side of this.
Unless you do exactly what I tell you. I'm all ears. Remove the defibrillator from the pouch. Do you know what it is yet? Still scanning it.
I love the way he rips open
Attach
his
the
shirt.
leads
It's
to
quite
your
sexy.
chest.
You can't see them.
Guardian. Digitize. Bound to begin. Okay, that's not physical. As soon as it reads charge, number one, Bond, don't push the red button yet. Do you hear me? Don't push it yet. His heart's gonna stop. It's only time for one charge before he passes out. Take the blue combi pen, Bond. Mid-neck, into the vein. Upper front right, digitize. You're going to pass out in a few seconds and you need to keep your heart going. Push the red button now, Bond.
Oh, Rob! Wow. Have you ever had a cliffhanger on a minute like that before?
No.
Wow.
No. What happens? My God, what happens?
It's exciting stuff. Bond is tapping away on the jump start device thingy that he's got wired up to his...
Defibrillator.
Thank you. He's got wired up to his old ticker, but he's having trouble with it. Rob, walk me through this minute. What were your takeaways?
Well, it's a very tense scene, isn't it?
Very tense.
And David Arnold's pulled out all the stops of the dramatic music, hasn't he? Yeah. it's like really, really going for it, isn't he? He's like,
yeah.
oh my God, what's going to happen? Is he going to die? Oh no. Yeah. It's good. It's good, isn't it? It's when I first saw it, I remember thinking, who are these people giving instructions? Are these people in Q Branch? Are these people like in the next door room or downstairs to where Bond is? I was a little bit confused, but now I realise, I think I'm right in saying this, that they are doctors, aren't they? They're not like members of Q Branch. They are actual doctors telling him what to do. Or arguing between them, telling him what to do. And I'm assuming the fact that they're patched in at the same time as M, that they must be part of the MI6 health centre, if there is such a thing.
I've just realised, Rob, I don't think you printed out all of my notes.
What?
It's because I had all of these guys written down on IMDb. But it's okay. We'll work for it. I just need to pull up something that I wrote down about these guys, because it's quite interesting.
I've got all the notes I was given. All
Okay, all right. So we had a bit of a change up this week. I said to Rob, "Can you print out the notes at work, because I'm eating through so much printer ink and paper. It's like 20 odd pages each time I have to print out for this show, and I think I've only got half of my notes, Rob. I think you've only printed out half of these notes.
There's 6 pages.
Yeah, I don't think that's good. Anyway, so look, I want to get on to the guys, because you mentioned who are these people.
Yeah.
And listed on IMDb, they are hot lab technicians.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Hot lab? What the hell is that?
I think it's hot lab. Hot lab.
Okay, because no one calls them that in the film.
Yeah.
We're just meant to know who they are.
Well, actually, that's interesting, because on also the Blu-ray, I believe it's Martin Campbell talking about how they use the lighting to make it look like there's 3 different locations going on.
No, that was Phil Mayhew, the DOP.
All right, Phil Mayhew. He's speaking like you've got kind of a bluey-green thing going on with the lab where everyone's looking at computer screens.
Yeah.
And also, it's not very interesting, people looking at computer screens all the time. It's hard to make that cinematic. So they have to also make it look like M and Villiers.
Yes.
Villiers is in another room.
Yes.
In another location.
Yes.
Looking concerned.
Yes.
Press the damn
they
button, Bond.
they would be concerned.
Yeah. And Bond is obviously in the car outside.
We're all concerned. Bond's going to die. What's going to happen?
Where's Mathis, by the way? Where's his backup?
Oh, God.
Where's
no.
Felix?
He's knocking back the Vespers, isn't he?
Oh, talking of Vespers, you know what I forgot? You know, last week they were doing they served the Vespers, and you said it's a bit of luck that he got the one that was poisoned, right? Because you were saying
Yeah.
So, you know, there's 2 martinis in the shot, and Valenka poisons one, and not the other. The other one doesn't have the fruit in. So when Felix goes, "My friend, keep the fruit," that's how you know.
Okay.
That's how she knows that it's Bond's drink. Right?
But she doesn't necessarily know he's going to say that, though.
No, but by that time, she knows what he's drinking because he's already served them a couple. Anyway.
Well, yes, we digress. But it's interesting what you're saying about the DOP here, because he wanted them all 3 scenes lit differently, so we don't get confused and we know which is which.
Yeah.
Which is standard practice, really, if you're cutting between 3 different locations in one scene like that. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they'd all look the same if it's the same location. But yeah, I just remember thinking at the time, like, who are these people? Is this some sort of department in MI6? And I guess it must be. It's like the in-house health centre.
I think it's called Hot Lab on IMDb. Anyway, so I've pulled up the notes that I wrote down, Rob.
Oh yeah,
that weren't printed out.
They weren't in the email.
Well, we'll figure that out later.
I can assure you they were not in the email.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'll send you the email.
I'm not gonna stop the podcast. All right. We don't know.
I pressed print, but I selected all.
Okay, all right. But I tell you what, why don't we go through the technicians? We've got one actor called Paul Bhattacharjee.
Right.
And he's the one that goes, "Push the damn button, Bond." No, he's the one that's arguing. He goes, "God, he's going to pass out. He must like."
Oh, the first one. Yeah.
So there's two blokes.
Yeah.
There's 2 blokes. One's going, "No, stop that, Bond. Go get the other one and stick it in your neck."
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 2. The first one, Paul Bhattacharjee, right? Weird. When I looked him up, he committed suicide, the poor fella.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Committed suicide, yeah.
How long after this film?
So, Casino Royale, 2006.
Yeah.
It says here on IMDb that he's best known for Casino Royale, the best exotic marigold hotel,
Okay.
also with Judi Dench, right?
Yes.
And Dirty Pretty Things. He died on July 2013 in Splash Point Cliffs in East Sussex.
Oh, no.
He committed suicide 3 days after being declared bankrupt.
Oh, no. Poor guy.
Yeah,
That's awful.
awful.
That's what happens to become an actor.
Right. He was last seen leaving the Royal Court Theatre in London's Sloane Square on Wednesday, July 10th, where he'd been due to appear in the play Talk Show, which began that week. His body was found at the Splash Point Cliffs and identified a day later. It's believed the actor visited his mother, who also lives in Seaford, but not long before he died. Anyway.
That's really sad.
Yeah, so that guy pushed the damn button, Bond.
He can't have been very old.
No, well, he was born in 1960. So
Right.
when he committed suicide, he was 53.
Oh, no. That's awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
The other guy,
He didn't kill himself as well. did he?
no.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
That would be a
Otherwise, it
grim-
would be like,
grim
really, yeah.
minute, wouldn't it?
Grim. goes through the gears, this, doesn't it? The other guy is Crispin Bonham Carter. Now that name might sound familiar, right?
It
So-
also sounds very posh. Like
Yes.
that Christian name Crispin is only posh people call their children Crispin.
Yes.
You know,
Oh.
there was a Crispin at my university who was terribly posh, terribly posh pianist. Well, Helena again. She's not Helen. She's Helena.
Yeah.
That's a bit posh, isn't it?
I don't know. You don't need a Helen and a Helena in this world. Like Brandon and Brendan. Like
Helena's just like, oh, look at me, I'm Helena.
Yeah.
I'm better than Helen.
Bonham Carter. So Crispin Bonham Carter. First ancestors, blah, 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 blah. He's a third cousin of Helena.
Third cousin.
Yeah.
And he's got
third
the
cousin.
same
He's got the
double
same
barrel
name, yeah.
surname.
Right. Yeah.
And he's a third cousin. Okay.
So he hasn't done a lot since Casino Royale. I looked him up on IMDb, and he's teaching school drama in a college in Barnet,
Okay.
or something like that. Yeah, but he says it's his dream job. So
in where? In Barnet?
I think in Barnet. Yeah, in Barnet.
North London.
I think so. Yeah.
You should get him on the show.
Okay. I'll ask him to invite Helena along as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For some real clout.
Oh, well, that's
Okay.
interesting.
There you
So
go.
That's those guys then.
That's the guys. Lastly, before we move on to some Bondian news, we've got Rebecca Gevings, who's also the concerned chick. She's at the front left, not saying anything, but looking concerned. She was in, actually a lot of things on IMDb. She's on Call the Midwife. She's in The Thick of It. And she did a podcast called Dear Mr. Crocodile with her 3-year-old daughter during COVID. But it only lasted 3 episodes, Rob.
Wow.
See, some people just haven't got what it takes.
They haven't, have they?
No.
Haven't got a clue.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you get a 3-year-old. Or someone with the mentality of a 3-year-old. Well, Rob, anything else to add to that minute?
No, I think we can move on. There's still plenty to add in the next minute, which is pretty much the same scene, isn't it?
Yes, and we're cracking on. Okay, so on to some news, shall we?
Yes. There's quite a bit happening.
Gentlemen and ladies, hold the presses. This just in.
Okay. Well, do you want to kick off?
Yes, well, we've had another death in the Bond family, haven't we?
Oh, hold on a sec. Don't jump ahead. I got the jingle.
Goodbye, Mr. Bond. Goodbye, Mr. Bond.
What's your favourite Goodbye, Mr. Bond?
Oh, I think probably The Spy Who Loved Me.
The one
Goodbye,
that we have
Mr.
in the
Bond.
the one that we have in the jingle.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't listen to the podcast.
No, I never listened
Goodbye,
to the podcast.
Mr. Bond.
Why would I listen to the podcast?
'Cause
I've
I-
heard it. I've heard it when I've recorded it.
Yeah,
I've
but you
never
don't hear the
listened to it.
jingle because I edit in after, don't you? Jesus Christ.
I'm not one of these these narcissistic people who just listen to themselves all the time.
That's simply not true. Rob always asks me to send him the Patreon episode. He goes, "Can you send it to me because I can't get it?" I go, "Rob, you could just subscribe for
and
$4
pay for myself.
and pay to listen
pay
to
myself
Yeah.
$4.90 a month to
Yeah.
listen to myself.
Someone's got to."
Yeah. Anyway, so the news this week. Well, we've got your news that you found in the Daily Mail, haven't we?
Okay. Well, we were doing. Okay, Rob. We're doing the deaf because we did the jingle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Sorry, I
well, you jumped ahead.
I thought the death
and then
was
you jumped
later.
back.
Yes.
No. See, there's a fucking
We have an agenda here.
Yes, we have an agenda every
This is
week.
why I'm talking about the Daily Mail woman.
Right, no, but okay, all right.
I'm sticking to the agenda.
No, you
Pete.
weren't, because you then started talking about the deaf.
Yeah, but then I realised that wasn't till later, so I
Right.
go back.
Yeah. Annoyingly, you go back. Fucking hell. Every goddamn week.
We're so organised here, aren't we?
All right, let's do the deaf. We had a deaf in the family. Robert McGinnis passed. He is, of course, the American artist and illustrator known for his illustration of more than 1,200 paperback book covers and over 40 posters, including Breakfast at Tiffany's, Barbarella, several Matt Helm films, and James Bond, of course, you'll know, Live and Let Die, Thunderball, The Man with the Golden Gun, You Only Live Twice, Casino Royale.
67.
Yeah, must have been. Diamonds Are Forever and On Her Majesty's Secret
Could have done them in
Service.
order.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why that's written down like that.
Yeah, well, you could have changed it around.
Oh, fucking could I? Like you do with the agenda. Like you go back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah, I could have done.
I can't, it's making me feel upset. All the films out of order. But Breakfast at Tiffany's, what an iconic poster that is.
Sure,
eh?
sure, yeah.
That's incredible, that one. And that was his first movie poster.
Mm.
So you can imagine after doing that, that's why he made a whole load of other stuff. Pink Panther,
Yes.
that poster, I love that poster.
True blue.
Of Peter Sellers serenading Capucine in bed with his Stradivarius violin, and then you got Robert Wagner under the bed with the champagne and David Niven, Claudia Cardinale. It's a terrific poster, that.
Beautiful.
And Any Wednesday, Jane Fonda, Dean Jones, Jason Robards, he did that poster. That's a sex comedy from 1966. Jane Fonda's not fond of it.
Jane Fonda.
No.
Jane Fonda is such a blowhard nowadays. Do you ever hear Jane Fonda talk?
I've met her
You've met her?
Yeah.
Where?
in London. She did a
Wow.
talk.
Really?
At the Shaftesbury Theatre. Not the Shaftesbury Theatre. It was a theatre near Charing Cross.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a little meet and greet afterwards. So I met her.
Mm.
I had to pay a lot of money for it. But I was like, I'm not passing off the chance to meet Jane Fonda. I don't care how much it costs.
Did you get to put your arm around her for the photos?
I
or?
did.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I
Was this
did.
pre-COVID though?
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Nowadays.
was very nice. She was very, very nice indeed, actually. And it was a very interesting talk. But yeah, Jane Fonda, Any Wednesday, that was a sex comedy, as I say. And he designed the poster for that.
Jane
yeah,
Fonda.
he's-
Classic
he's-
blowhard she is.
He's done some...
She is. Just listen to her talk to Bill Mayer on Bill Mayer's Club podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When Bill Mayer goes, oh, you know what it's like living in California and having to pull a permit to build something. She goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. You've lived in California all your life. You don't know what it's like living in California and having to build a permit. Anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
Well,
But yeah, no, but he was a genius, wasn't he?
He was.
His posters, I mean, beautiful, beautiful works of art. Absolutely stunning. You know, we all love those old posters, those paintings. And the Thunderball ones, they are the best. Because there's a One Piece US poster, isn't there, which has 3 paintings all lined up. There's the UK quads.
Action, something.
Yeah, look up, look
double-
out, look up, look down, look out.
That's it. Well done. Well done.
And there's the UK quad poster, which I had on my wall when I was at university, which is just Sean with the ladies. He's got the harpoon and the ladies all around him. That lovely painting of them all. But then there's other ones as well that he did in the US one sheet. And there are other ones as well. There's a beautiful, very rare poster that was the double page spread in the middle of the 007 Thunderball edition from 1990 magazine, Graham Ride's magazine. Beautiful double spread of that. And I remember taking that out to the Bahamas and showing it to Luciana Paluzzi, and she'd never seen that poster before.
Wow.
And she was like, wow, that's beautiful. It's amazing. She said, what's this you've got? I said, oh, it's 007 magazine. She said, I've never seen this. I need to have this. I need to get this.
Did she think it was for her that you were gifting it to her?
No. I said, well, I'll have a look on eBay, see if I can find a copy for you. She said, I need to get this. She told her husband, she said, can you get this for me? I need this.
She is the best, Luciana Paluzzi.
Oh, she's wonderful.
You were with me when I met her, right?
No.
At the 007 event?
No. I wasn't.
You weren't? No? When I
No.
met her? Okay. So it was a very
I know
intimate...
you gave her that drawing that your mum did.
No, I kept the drawing. I just wanted her to sign it.
Oh, no, I thought you gave it to
But
her.
that's what I think. So I think she thought... So I knew I was going to meet Luciana Paluzzi at this event. I said to my mum, can you draw her? And then I can get her to sign the drawing.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah. So she knocked it up in a couple of days. I went and saw Lucia Blanc, and then I showed her the picture that my mum drew of her,
Yes.
and I think she thought I was going to gift it to her.
I'm sure she
but
probably
what
did.
I wanted to do was just have her sign it, and then I was
no.
anyway. It was very, but she
Awkward.
was nice. She was a sweetheart.
Oh, she always is.
Well, she turned up to that event with a broken foot.
Yeah, I know she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a wheelchair, wasn't she?
Right.
Poor thing. But
Bless.
no, she's lovely. But yeah, no, he getting back to Edward McGinnis is absolute genius and a major part of the Bond series, really.
Yep.
Doing those beautiful posters and the Casino Royale spoof poster, that lovely drawing of the woman.
That was, I forget about that.
Yeah. Lovely poster that. Yeah, no, he absolute genius. He's pretty old though, wasn't he? What was he? 100?
Yeah, 99.
Was he 99?
99, yeah. When the family were asked what was the... I got a joke written down, but it wasn't very good.
It's very... Oh, come on, tell the joke. It's good, this.
When the family were asked what was the cause of death, they just said he was old. Which is not true. Well, it's true, he was old, but that's not what the family said. Anyway, I screwed that joke up. Rob, well, we have more... I tell you what, we better crack on with the minutes, because we're getting on. So if we got anything else to do, we'll
we've
roll
got
it
more
into the
news.
Patreon. Yeah, I know, but we'll do it in the Patreon if we have time.
Okay.
Because we're getting a little bit behind.
Okay.
We need to crack on with another minute, Rob.
Yeah.
Because we've got minute 98 coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And this is brought to you by Wild & Heart.
Yes.
Yeah, Wild & Heart, my favourite razor brand. And Rob, I gave you some aftershave for your birthday.
You did.
Yeah. And you said, but I don't shave.
I did.
And I was like, well, you don't need to shave to
But
wear
then why is it-
aftershave.
Well, then why is it called aftershave?
Because, you can... well, it's cologne. Cologne? Eau de toilette?
You meant to sprinkle it on after you've had a shave.
Okay, yeah, that you can't beat me on a technicality. Anyway, so
It's very kind of you. Thank you. Lovely aftershave.
well, yeah. After you got all defensive about thinking that I thought you smell.
Well, yes. I did. Was like, is he trying to tell me something here? It's like...
No, well, first off, he goes, but I don't wear aftershave. I don't wear aftershave.
Never worn it in my life.
I don't wear aftershave. I don't shave. I don't wear aftershave. Do you think I smell? Do you think I smell? What's going on? Why are you giving me aftershave? I was like, Rob, just take the fucking
I
present.
thought you'd
Jesus
at least
Christ.
give me some Bond socks or something. You know I need some Bond socks.
Oh, God.
I've told you I need Bond socks. I was thinking, I bet he gets me some Bond socks on my birthday. I hope he does. He knows I've dropped enough hints.
I wanna
And what do I
keep-
get? A bottle of fucking aftershave.
I want to keep you on your toes.
No, I'm sorry. I'm joking, of course. I don't want to sound ungrateful.
They're expensive, them socks.
I know. Well, so's the aftershave, isn't it? Perhaps it's not.
No,
What was
it's
it,
not.
£5?
Less than that. But you don't wear it anyway. Look, we're getting off topic.
I'll wear it especially for you next time.
Thank you. WH20 is the code. Wild and Heart Razors is the company. And I recommend them. Show notes. The link in the show notes. Rob, you threw me off. Where are we? Minute 98. We have...
Yes.
Oh, Bond. He's in a bit of bother again, isn't he?
He is.
He is.
He's
All
still
right.
on death's doorstep.
Okay, all right. Let's do this thing.
Bond, push the damn button. Do it now.
Do it now.
Oh, it's unplugged. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, in comes Vesper. All concerned.
Dead.
Dead, yeah.
Dead. Bond is dead.
God, it's a great view of her.
This is never...
It's my favourite view of Eva Green so far.
Oh, it's... Yeah, good TV shot, that.
Yeah, classic. Oh, he's come to. He's revived. Bit disorientated.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, Rob! Watching back that minute,
Yeah.
I love it when he comes to and he's revived and the Bond theme
Oh,
tickles in.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that, and now you bloody said it.
No, well...
That was mine. That's all I've written down in my notes.
Is that all you got
That's
in your
all
notes?
I've got.
Yeah.
You bloody said
Have you not got Eva Green's cleavage in your notes?
Well, I don't need. I just say that anyway. I don't need to write that down. But no, you're absolutely right. It's great because he's been revived, and all the way through this film, David Arnold has been hinting at the Bond theme at important moments, like when he puts the dinner suit on. And now he's back. He's come back to life. He's not dead. Oh, we get a little bit of the Bond theme there.
Yeah.
That chromatic scale. It's lovely, isn't it? It's great.
Yeah.
And
it's almost subconscious. I mean,
It's
brilliant.
brilliant.
I've watched this film 100 times. I recorded.
Really? 100 times?
Well, I don't watch it every year like you on.
No.
In an anniversary screening with just
I
me
don't
and the
think I
cat.
ever want to watch it again after we
No, I
finish
know.
these
Yeah, I'm
minutes.
definitely done. Well, that's why. If you want to do another minute by minute, you don't want to do Goldfinger. It'll ruin it for
Oh,
you.
no.
Right.
Yeah, that's a point, actually. That's a good point. It will. Maybe we should do Die Another Day.
Yeah. I'm up for that. Well, we want to do something short.
Yeah, the thing about Die Another Day, we'll just be moaning and complaining every week. If
No,
we
you do that. I don't do that.
Do you like Die Another Day?
I actually like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I
Okay, well.
I know. I'm part of the problem.
We'll just be arguing, won't we, every
Again.
week?
So I pulled up this clip on YouTube,
I find a computer indispensable.
and on YouTube the comments are rife about this.
really?
Yeah, because it gets all into the science of whether you can actually bring someone back to life.
Oh, well, they do talk about this on the commentary, don't they? Because
Yes.
it was Michael G. Wilson, I think, and Martin Campbell said this. They said, theoretically this is possible, but there was some doubt whether such a small device would have enough power to revive him.
Yes. Someone whose name I can't pronounce says, let's never forget the ubiquitous inaccuracy that is zapping him back after he goes flatline. Ventricular tachycardia, whatever it is shockable rhythm. Is a shockable rhythm.
Okay.
Acetol is not. Once your heart stops beating, you need chest compressions until a shockable rhythm emerges again. If it emerges again, that is. In essence, all the things that they are saying were right, but the heart's monitor readout and sound effects were all wrong.
They do mention that on the commentary, actually. Both Michael G. Wilson and Martin Campbell mentioned the monitoring and said that was actually wrong. But and they were sorry about that, because they said they actually had medical professionals there at the time advising them, and they still got it wrong.
Is that in the next minute that they do the commentary? Because you must go forward a couple of minutes in the commentary.
Maybe,
to
I
hear that.
don't know. I just remember hearing them saying that.
I think you sneak ahead.
Anyway,
Another.
sorry, but it's still relevant.
It is relevant. No,
And they do say that, and they were like, "Oh God, we screwed that up, didn't we?" But never mind. Not many people will know unless they're medical professionals.
Rob,
And obviously, this person is a medical professional.
that is. But the next person left a comment saying, "I wish I had that when my dad died from a heart attack."
Oh God!
So he wanted to get that in there.
You know that you can get them now. They are. If you Google where's your nearest defibrillator,
There's one on the high street. There's one by my bus stop.
Do you know what? There's one opposite my house.
Is there?
In the pub opposite my house.
God, that's handy for you.
I know.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's really handy.
Yeah. Do you know what? It
If you
should
ever
play.
choke on a sausage or something at my barbecue, I could just run across
Yeah.
the pub and we'll get that.
If I do, can you play the music from this scene?
Okay.
And
Have
I
it
wa-
ready on standby.
I want
at all times.
someone to tell you to press the damn
Yes,
button.
okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right, Rob. I think we've done the minutes. Shall we get on to some listener mail?
Oh, hang on a minute.
Wow.
There's a line from that minute.
Okay.
We haven't talked about.
Go for it.
You okay? Me.
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
You can't not mention that. I mean, that is so good, isn't it? He's like, "You all right? Are you okay? You all right?" So, me?
Well, he's-
You're the one who just died and come back to life. Yes, I'm okay. I think it's just brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant.
It is.
Very funny. And
Well, he's
we have
disorientated, isn't he? He doesn't know where he is.
yeah, no,
really.
I know. And we have never seen Bond die before, have we? I mean, he literally died and then came back to life. His heart stopped beating.
Well, you only live twice.
Oh, that was fake death, wasn't it? He hasn't physically died before. This is the closest we've ever seen him get to dying ever.
Not ever.
Well, not now, but let's not go there.
You don't want to do minute by minute with No Time to Die?
No.
All 240 odd.
No, I shall resign
minutes.
as your podcasting partner if that is inflicted on me.
Resignation accepted.
And also, when he collapses, the DOP talks about this. The camera moves slightly, doesn't it? It's handheld at that moment, so it's just a sort of. Again, I think it's going into his whole disorientated sort of state of mind at that moment, and it's very Bourne-like there. It's sort of a little bit shaky as he collapses in the car, and then it cuts to static camera for the next shot when Vesper comes in to help.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good, that, isn't it? There's a lot going on in those 2 minutes.
Do you know what? If you are going to pass out, it would be good if you were in shape like Daniel Craig. So like, if you pass out, I would rip open my shirt as well. I'd be like, look, if I'm going to die, I want people to see that I really worked out. Rob, what? If you...
Yeah, if I ripped open my shirt, they'd be like, "Oh well, so I think it was like pig, wasn't he? Look how much he's eaten."
Before the ambulance turns up, I'll be buttoning your shirt back up, just for deference.
You want to see his man boobs? It's like, my God, what's he expect? Look at the state of him, his great stomach.
They'd be like, he's gone. It's like, no, we could bring him back to life. No, he's done. He's done. He's good.
No, there's no hope there.
Rob, are we done? Are we done with the minutes?
We're done.
Right, okay, come on, let's get. We've got to do listener mail.
We didn't do listener mail last week, did we?
I know, because we were talking about the bloody weather, weren't we?
Do you have any messages for me?
I have a small surprise from your friends back at the barracks.
Excellent. We have been granted an audience.
All right, okay, listener mail. Ooh, Rob. We have...
There's lots of listener mail from last week as well. Maybe we'll just do some of that in the Patreon.
We probably should. We've got a message from David Zaritsky from the band.
Oh, another one.
And we have our very own David jingle as well this week. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, go for it.
David, talk to me.
Now talk.
How about that, Rob?
I'm most impressed. Love the Doctor No bit at the end. That's
Yes.
great. I didn't know the first bit. Where's that from?
Independence Day. Well, whenever I hear the word David, I always, no matter what David, I always hear, David, I better call my lawyer.
Okay.
I forget my lawyer.
I haven't seen that film since it came out.
David. It's the same guy from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Robin Williams.
No. Jesus Christ. All right. Let's get on to David's voicemail. Ready?
Yes. Okay. Hope he's not being rude again.
Hey, Pete, it's David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. How are you doing, my friend? Hey, do me a favor when you get a chance, no rush, but as soon as possible, can you send me or email me Rob's personal home address? Not a P.O. box, like, where he lives and breathes and eats and goes to the bathroom. It's not for me. It's for a friend. It's somebody that wants to send him some edible arrangements. Who knew that was even a thing anymore? But basically, he does want to... it's not for me to show up at his house. I should stipulate that right away. It's not for me to show up and look in his windows. It's not for me to try to, encroach upon his personal environment at all, or to check through his refrigerator to clean things out, such as whipped cream or any kind of heavy cream whatsoever, whether it's past the expiration date or not. It's not for me to look for chocolate of the dark milk or white variety. I don't see color when it comes to chocolate, quite frankly, so it's not to do that. It's not to take away any kind of crunchy snacks that would hit the equator of his body, as we like to call it. I'm not looking to do that, nor clean him out of any alcohol of the beer or wine or sangria variety. It's simply for this other unknown person that I can't name who wants to send him a wonderful bouquet of, melon? I don't know, they put this weird kind of shellac on it that I can't be responsible for. Does it go bad? Does it become poisonous? I don't know. But anyway, if you could do that for me, that would be great. And again, not for me to stalk Rob in any sense of the word. So let me just stipulate that right away. Thanks, Pete. Ta.
There you go. Your face.
A bit weird, isn't it?
I want to start filming your face during David's voicemails, because
Well,
those are the real
it's
pictures.
It's just becoming more and more concerning, isn't it?
You know what I really like was when he goes, I don't see colour when it comes to chocolate, which kind of leaves it on an edge where he probably does.
I've got a story about chocolate, but we'll save that for the Patreon.
All right. So thank you, David.
Yes,
Wonderful.
Thank you. Are you going to give him my address then?
I've already given it.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a
Well,
lot.
no,
You could ask me first.
It's not for him. He said it's for his.
Well,
friend.
yeah, I need to know who this other person is. You can't just hand out someone's address like that. God, you might send me a bomb.
No. I'm sure. Look, whoever knows David is good enough.
It'll be like a shot in the dark. Someone will turn up at
Hey.
the door with a clock
He could
ticking.
He could send you something for the anything Bondian. He might send you some
Oh,
scrambled
it
eggs.
could be like Fraser. Yeah, send me a nice
Scrambled
jar
eggs,
of Tiptree
Yeah,
little scarlet.
yeah, might some Tiptree.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Anyway, all right, that's it. We do have some more listener mail. We'll roll it over into the Patreon show because we are running out of time, Rob. Yes, before we get there though, listener mail. If you do want to write in, therewillbebond@gmail.com or Instagram us at therewillbebond on Instagram. We got a couple of thank yous this week. Oh, Jonathan Goddard and Hugh Morgan, you both bought the London Bond map, so you get a thank you from M.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan.
And sign up to the YouTube. We're going to try our best to get the YouTube working next week. We're going to go live for the 100th minutes, Rob. Can you believe it?
So exciting.
Yeah. So we'll see if that works. It will probably be a disaster, just like everything else is.
Probably.
So, on the YouTube, though, we also released a 10-minute video this week of all the locations along the Thames that were used in Twine, in the
Yes,
pre-titles
I
of
watched
Twine.
it yesterday.
Yeah.
Very good.
You like it? Yeah, good. Yeah. You notice I'm using the abbreviated Twine, like AvTag. Because
Yes,
we're
well,
Bond fans. We
you
can't.
had a go at me for saying Twine a few weeks ago, and now you're using it.
I'm nothing but, if not inconsistent.
Don't call it Twine, you said.
Roll back the tape. Prove it. So, all on YouTube, we're just coming up to 3,000 subscribers. That'd be nice, right? It's
That would
free.
be amazing.
Look, this is the free show. Obviously, you don't want to sign up to the Patreon. That's fine. Times are hard. Living costs. All that. I get it. But signing up to YouTube is free. Signing up to the newsletter is all free. Reviewing the show, it's all free, and it helps us out. It helps keep the lights on. So, we'd appreciate that.
It does. We have to pay for microphones and shit.
Yeah, indeed. All right, Rob. That's been a lot of fun.
It has.
Okay.